What's going on, world? It's your boy excuse me. It's your boy Molasses. You're now tuned into another episode of Problems and Solutions Podcast. We have a special guest today. She's here to teach us about the music game, the ins and outs, and how not to get jammed over in the music industry, and how to know your business side. You know what I'm saying? How you to know the business, basically. So, without further ado, I'm gonna bring in Nisi X. Y'all give him a warm round of applause for this queen right here, and we're gonna get it popping. Hello, hello. What's going on?
Hey,
How you doing?
Wonderful.
You doing well? That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Shalom, shalom. So how you doing?
It's a pleasure to talk to my brother.
Yeah. For the world that don't know you, why don't you introduce yourself?
Nisi X, female artist from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm a rapper, but I do other things. I'm an artist.
So, can you indulge in like other things?
Yes.
Give us your portfolio.
I've been involved in 3 films. One didn't get to finish. You was in the film.
Yeah.
City Savage.
Yeah.
That was my first film.
Rest in peace, Bo.
Rest in peace, Baby. And then I did a small one with A-Town, and then the new one we had, Get Lost. There's a movie that just got released into the movie theater. It's called Get Lost. With a lot of artists and people here from Pittsburgh and Philadelphia and surrounding areas.
Mm-hmm. How was our experience filming that?
It was nice. It was nice.
So
it was good to watch everybody come together and put on their best.
So how long have you been acting? Was it just recently, or you've been doing it for a long time?
City of Savage was the first role I got.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first role in acting. I tried out for a couple other things. I didn't get it. Of course, there's always some of those trial and errors.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you say you also do music too. So how long have you been doing music?
Since I was a little girl.
Yeah. So it's always been in you.
It's always. But I just actually, I've been on the scene, actually performing for the public for about 5 or 6 years.
Okay. So you have a very extended knowledge of the paperwork side of music. Where did that come from? Was it trial by error, or just something you knew from the beginning?
Well, I always had a business background. My background is in the corporate industry. I have a corporate background. So my first business that I ran was a salon. So I always ran businesses. I trial and error. I'm an entrepreneur. So the trial and error part was me opening up my own business. So I knew how to get an EIN number. I knew how to get registered within the state. I already knew that there was laws and stuff in place for certain situations.
Yeah.
So I had a pretty much view on business itself.
Yeah.
So that's what helped me transition into knowing the business side of music. I was at a battle rap. I was supposed to do some battle rap. I was also doing battle rap. I think you was there for that as well.
It might have been my event.
Yeah, it might have been. I was supposed to battle OG Perk.
Yeah, that was my event.
That's my homegirl.
Yeah,
I was supposed to battle her, and they start rumbling as soon as the event.
Yeah.
As soon as I called my name, hey.
Yeah. Yep. That's what. Yep.
Called my name to the stage. It was like everybody was fighting. But at that event, I ran into an artist named Blood, and he was telling me like, I hope you got your BMI ASCAP, and I was like, well, what is that? And he was like, well, it's your distribution. You got to make sure you have all your paperwork. And I'm like, there's paperwork to this music shit too.
Yeah.
And he was like, yes. I'm like, oh wow. So all this shit I gotta read all over. So he couldn't really break it down to me to exactly what it was because he was still learning himself. But he knew that you had to have a BMI. He knew that you had to have an ASCAP. He knew those basic things. So I had paid $50. Or maybe I shouldn't drop numbers, but I had paid a fee to go to a class. Dion.
Grandma.
Yeah, grandma. They threw an event where they was teaching like the basics. They were just like giving you like the basic outline of it to where you would still have to go and look it up. You know what I mean? But you would have that knowledge to know these are the basic steps that you need. So once I took those notes, I went home and I read it. I read up on every last thing. And then I signed up for me a BMI and ASCAP.
So was that the event on the hill that you're talking about? Where we was at? Was that Grandma? Yeah, remember we was on the hill?
There for that too?
Yeah.
So yep.
That was the grandma event. I didn't know that.
Was that on the hill or was that downtown in the Federal Building?
No, it was on the hill. I think maybe a little bit down from Conley, or where Lecce used to be.
Or you talk about the event where we had those photos with Wamo?
Was that it? Where it was me, you,
yeah, that's two different events. That one was on the hill.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That event. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
That was on the hill.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you said from that event you learned the business. How long did it take you? Was you like straight on, head on? As soon as you found out the information, you just went head in?
As soon as I found out, I was head in because I already had music that I was ready to push out. So it was like, I like to meet, I'm big on time. So when I realized that I had to do that part, it felt like it set me back. So I was rushing to learn it because I'm like, wait, I gotta push this. I want to push my music out.
Yeah.
So in order for me to do that, I have to learn this. So I sat there and it didn't take no time to read on it, but to actually put it into play, it took me about 2.5 weeks to get everything set up in BMI and ASCAP because they send you back up emails from when you first just signed in your name and everything.
Yeah.
Then you got to wait another week for more emails to come in before you start putting in your deposits. A deposit would be what we call deposits, or like your MP3 version of your music.
Yeah.
The terminology is deposit.
Okay. So, how many projects would you say you released, like before you found out the information?
None.
Was it projects or was it singles that you put out?
I put out singles, but I didn't put out anything until I had that paperwork right.
Okay. Yeah, because that's a big important part.
I didn't put out anything because he was so adamant. The people that was around me was so adamant about me getting my paperwork. And then I was going to other meetings. It was like high demand. People were inviting me to a lot of meetings. And I kind of seen the play and I was like, oh, wow. If I don't get my paperwork right now, I see where I could get jammed up because they're, corporate. It took me back to the corporate world. Okay. So I was able to understand certain language that a regular artist that's not a business owner wouldn't understand.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, because if you don't got that paperwork in order, you will get jammed up. But
a lot of things can happen with that.
Yeah,
so the main thing is stealing.
Yeah, that's a fact. Now, can you talk about that? Like, are you allowed to go into that, or what I'm saying, is it still
like we could tread it?
I'll let you set it out.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying? So, like, your situation, could you speak on it? What I'm saying? The importance of having that paperwork behind you and what you had to do to excuse me, but have your ducks in a row. Like the importance of having your ducks in a row, so you know what I'm saying, you didn't get jammed up.
Okay, well, what I could tell you is that I learned some of the stuff from being infringed. It's called copyright infringement.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's called when somebody stole your music. It's called infringement. And if I wouldn't have been infringed, there's certain things that I would not have known. Like, once your music, you can put your music on YouTube or anything like that, and it's still not considered public. It's not published.
Mm-hmm.
It's not considered published until it is out for distribution.
Mm-hmm.
So where people could go and buy a copy of your music. So that's where BMI and ASCAP, DistroKid comes in hand, because with your DistroKid, it pushes all your music out to all streaming stores. Every store, any store that sell music, your music is going on the platform.
Yeah.
So that is considered a published work.
Okay.
Once you find out somebody copywritten, your music is not copywritten. It's copywritten, but it's not copywritten inside of the law, the government.
Mm-hmm.
And that's you only need that to get in front of the judge.
Okay.
So if you got a DistroKid and all of that, and your music's published, and you can buy it, it's still copywritten, but it's not double protected. You still have to go to the copyright office. Now, when somebody infringes your music, just because you don't have your copyright certificate in your hand, at that time, that's what BMI and ASCAP protects you from.
Okay.
So you go ahead and get your copyright right away. You want to get it before you get infringed. But it doesn't matter if you get it before or after. Once you get infringed, you can still sue. And
now,
if you have it before, if you automatically have it, you got a question?
Wait, I was saying, like, now where could you go to get that? Like, where do you go to get that, to sign up for that?
The U.S. Copyright Office.
Okay, all right. Just to give the people out, you know what I'm saying, like, don't know. That's to go, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just to get them to think. But go ahead. What was you saying?
The U.S. Copyright.gov.
Okay. So, you okay? All right. come say hi. My daughter wanted to say hi to you.
Hi. Hi,
all right, go ahead. Go on and watch TV. Yeah, she wanted to say hi to you. Came over. But yeah. Thank you. What were you talking about? She messed up my train of thought.
So the copyright infringement.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So if you get it copywritten right away, and somebody stole your music, say they stole it today and they didn't get to make no money off it, you could automatically get $150,000. You're qualified for it. Okay. But if you don't find out for 2 or 3 years later, and they're making a large amount of money off you, you can sue up to 3 years. Okay. That's that is the cutoff.
Okay. Now there was recently some Ashanti. She's gonna redo her first album. Did you hear about this?
You know, I'm watching.
Yeah. So she was gonna redo her first album.
Because once they start watching me and I start posting certain things about the music industry, it's making certain artists that already have money, it's clicking. Yeah. Like, whoa. Yeah. Let me look into that. So it's Ashanti and Summer Walker and Meek Mill.
Ashanti, she's redoing her whole first album, and the reason
she found the loophole.
She gets all the masters. Do you know any information on that? I didn't know that. That if she redo the album that she already did.
Right. So that's the loophole. That's the loophole. Anytime you redo it or you make a remix or anything, it gets its own ISRC code. Yes. So the original song has an ISRC code, and then your remix get a whole nother ISRC number. You know what ISRC is, like the barcode. Yeah. Like when you scan your food in the store, boop, that's how it is for music. And so when she redo it, she get her whole new ISRC code, and any traffic coming in goes directly to her because now she owns that. She figured out a way to publish her own music, and she's going to redirect all her fans to her new stuff.
Yeah, I seen. I believe I heard Cameron say it on Drink Champs once, but I didn't quite understand what he was saying. I believe he was talking about that too. I was like, wow, that's interesting information. That, you know what I'm saying, they don't want the public to know, and it's very vital. So, in your situation, you're an independent artist. Would you stay independent, or would you? What would make a major? What would make you want to do something with a major as an independent artist? Like what would you? What would they have to bring to the table?
The more that I learn about the industry, the more I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
But so I would desire to be independent all the way.
Mm-hmm.
If I was to sign any type of contract, it would be like a ghostwriter, or I would
as you as a ghostwriter. As you as a ghostwriter. There's deals for that.
Yes.
Right? Okay. See, most people don't know that there's deals for ghostwriters. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing you would consider?
Yeah, because most record labels have what do they call them? Designated songwriters.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one songwriter writing for 4 or 5 different artists.
Mm-hmm.
All mainstream.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would ghostwrite probably, or partner in. I would do a deal where we're partners. Where I'm not signed to you, like I'm basically like I'm contracted. I'm independent, but you contract me to do a job.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the only thing that I see right now, unless they clean it up over there, because it's real dirty over there. They gotta clean it up over there before I can get anywhere near it.
So as far as distribution, you feel like you have your distribution through DistroKid, so you feel like you really don't need them for anything, basically.
Well, with distribution, it's like this. Once you sign a distribution deal, that means that you can't nobody else can distribute your music. Now, if they offer me something to where, they could get me on a lot of mainstream, bigger platforms and all that stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Because, most of the websites are controlled.
Mm-hmm. Are you saying as far as DistroKid and all that, or just like
streaming, all that? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Unfortunately, yes, it's all controlled. So if they can tell me, well, we could get you on this, and this, and this. See, it's not about, my career is not about the fame.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, because that's going to come with it.
Yeah.
That's going to come with it. When I walk in the room, people just gravitate right away. So that's going to come with it. I just want to be able to freely do my art and make good money without people in my way. No. You can steal my art after I make my money from it.
Okay.
No, let me get my cut. Yeah. Y'all can share. Y'all can shred it up after that.
Now, another thing a lot of people don't know about is publishing. So could you indulge in that just to let them know, you know what I'm saying, like the importance of owning your publishing? Because a lot of people turn that away.
What I do know about that the most, I'm independent, so I put all my stuff in on my own. I literally go in and do it myself.
Yeah.
I don't get a second party, third party, or nothing. But what I have learned recently is you could go in and try to buy back your masters, but you still don't own that ISRC code. See, that's where there's loopholes to everything. And that's the loophole. Yeah, you think you're smart? You talking about you want to go up to these record labels and say, well, I want my masters, I want to buy back my masters. Okay, we'll sell you back your masters. So you're pretty much just getting like, when you get your masters, you're really just getting royalties and stuff like that. You're not getting the money for the streams and the sales because you don't own your ISRC.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
so,
No, that's something I didn't know. That's something
that
I didn't know.
ISRC code is the biggest, most important thing ever. If you don't have that number,
That's great. I didn't know that. That's something new. I didn't know that. Because everybody's doing it. There you hear everybody like, I'm getting my masters back.
That's because they're just playing with the wordplay. They're not digging deeper. And the artists, they're like, okay, we'll give you your masters. Like, for instance, when you sue for infringement and you say, well, I want to own the rights to the song. That's like the masters. Well, I want the song. I want to own the rights to the song. They'll give it to you because you're going to get crumbs from royalties. You don't own the strings. You don't own the sales because you don't own the ISRC code.
Wow. So you definitely got to read your contracts now. I know you because you have a business background. Is there somewhere that an artist can go to learn the wording if they can't afford a lawyer? Like, where would they go? You know what I'm saying? Like, where can they go study? There you go. Okay, yeah, like I said, yeah. Plug yourself in.
Right here. I can teach you as much as I can, and which is a lot. I've really sat back and studied a lot. So I have the ability to be, that's why they attack me so hard, because I have the ability to become my own record label. I don't mind having a team and being a part of a team that I could trust.
Yeah.
But my mentality, I have the capability of being the next Empire or being the next Sony or being the next, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Right here. I'll teach you, and I do it income based. So,
plug yourself. Tell them where they can find you at.
You can email me. I'm accepting only emails for inquiries about music. You can email me at Miss Denise Jones. Oh, sorry, that's the other email. NECX 777
Okay. So what's in the future plans for you? Like, what do you got coming up?
Well, I have a wild album where I really snapped out all the way. That I'm working on. I don't have a release date on it yet because I'm taking my time. I'm looking at the beginning of the year, maybe around my birthday, February.
Okay.
I'll be dropping a lot of stuff around my birthday. That's a special season for me. But I have an album that is off the chain that I'm going to drop. And I have a web series that I'm getting positioned to do an audition for. I'm just at the beginning stages of that. So it's just music and movies. That's it.
Okay.
And teaching.
Okay. Because I definitely want
number one. Teaching is number one.
Yeah. That's what's up. I definitely want to be in that movie.
You've been with me through everything that we've been going through step by step, all the way back from City of Savage.
Yeah.
So people that have been with me from the beginning like that and that's still stuck around, you've always been a helping hand. You've always created platforms and situations for exposure. So, of course.
Yeah. Because I love acting. I was when I was younger, I used to do plays. So I always did it like when I was like 7, 8 years old, doing plays on stage. So I always enjoyed that. And when Baby Bo called me, I was ecstatic, yo. I remember the first time I met you was when we was doing that kitchen scene. So I was like,
Yeah,
I took that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like I really like indulge in. If I am a part of something, I really like. I
that
really
was the
like
day
acting.
before everything happened.
Yeah, yeah. Rest in peace. Rest in peace for real. Yeah.
You know, he made me realize that because you know, when you're growing up, I've always, if you look at my grandma's cameras, you'll see me in the middle of the camera, in the front of the camera, the whole time. Where you hear my family like, "Nisi, get out the camera."
Mm-hmm.
It's like you could not pull me from in front of this camera. Like
Mm-hmm.
my grandma would record every holiday, every event,
Yeah.
and they would never be able to get me in front of the camera. And then every Christmas, I would tell my mom. She'd be like, "What you want for Christmas?" And I would ask for a radio. And every year, the size of my radio that I wanted was getting bigger, bigger.
Yeah.
And just not until recently when I really started evaluating my childhood, and it was always there. It was always there.
That's a fact. And another thing I want to like your activism. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I want to talk about that. Like what brought you into that? Like what like you know what I'm saying? Was it a certain situation or you just like always had that in you to do that?
Grew me because when I was younger, my uncle Anthony Watts was murdered by the police
Mm-hmm.
in Penn Hills.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first exposure. Then my uncle was killed in Allegheny County Jail. My uncle Mark Jones.
Mm-hmm.
It was it's still cold case. They try to say it was medicine. We know it was something else.
Yeah.
Just watching Injustice. What really brought me out of my shell was when the police killed Adrian Williams.
Okay.
And I was reading the newspaper and I was able to look up. It was right there in plain sight where you could see that the police officer literally watched him walk inside the club, circled the block, stayed outside the whole time while they're in there partying, checked his vehicle to see that he had, if suppose, had a gun on the seat, waited till he came out the club, chased him down, and shot him behind his back. And he was a real close friend of mine. So that's when I start my rallies. That's when I called my first rally. And it was real small. It was like 8 to 10 people that was there.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a lot of backlash from it too. Because some people didn't understand the relationship I had with them. And plus me being from a different neighborhood, not really understanding the connection that I had with the men in that neighborhood. That it was like a little bit of static at first. So, but it was getting me prepared for what would happen. You know, you're gonna always get backlash when you step out to do something.
Mm-hmm.
You stand up against something. You're always going to get that.
Yeah,
and they killed my little cousin Larry. They killed Chubby. They killed Mark Daniels. That's when I really got when they killed Mark Daniels in Homewood. That's when it went. That's when it got serious to where I had to get involved with the mayor and the, well, he's the mayor now, but the state representatives and Rashad Birdsong. That's when I had to start going to go connect with other communities because I'm stepping into other people's territory.
Yeah.
So you can't come running in. I mean, you can, but it's better to
align yourself. Make
relationships with the people in that community so that they won't feel like you're just coming in bogarting on their territory. It's a chain of command. You gotta respect the chain of command.
Right. That's a definite fact.
So I had to, get out there and I met a lot of activists from the east side. And yeah,
I'll see you on the front line with it.
They threw me in prison. They threw me in jail, falsely accused. It was deep.
There's a lot behind that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course. And you know what's so wild? I think that even the attack on my music career I think the same people in power was still in cahoots. You know what I mean? Because there were certain things that happened to me during that time. Within the last couple of years, first they threw me in jail and for robbery when everybody that knows me knows I'm not a Not a Steelers. No, I ain't gonna finish the sentence before they chop up the video.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. Hey, you know what? All this
We
is
don't
recorded, so
steal.
yeah. This is
You can finish you can finish the sentence, but we don't steal.
yeah.
We deal.
Yeah.
So, but they threw me in prison because they didn't want me out while they was going through the while they was going to sentence them and stuff like that. So they wanted me tied up. Then they went to my landlord and scared him half to death.
Wow.
And made sure that he didn't renew my lease. It was time for me to renew my lease. So he was like, we're not renewing your lease. I'm like, well, what did I do wrong? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on?
Wow.
I didn't know what was going on at the time, but I ran into a mayor from the other side of town, and she was like, you know what? This is what they've been doing to women. There's women in the system that have like child support cases with powerful men, and the men would literally get the people down child court services to go and like mess around with the paperwork and mess with their landlord, especially women that's in like housing authority, like real structured places. They couldn't do nothing. Let me drink something. They get a little, get a little, it's a little personal.
Hey, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
It get personal, but they when you live in a structured household like housing authority, they can come in and mess you up real bad. But I wasn't on like Section 8 or nothing at the time. So all they were able to do was literally just probably put fear in my landlord and tell him that I was involved in some type of activity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's like that digs deeper into the system, how corrupt the system is. You know what I'm saying?
It's very, very real. And at the time, I thought that I had an inkling that it was happening, but I didn't know it was really happening until I ran into women more powerful than me, on paper. And they were telling me that this stuff was happening to them. And, they would just like randomly bring it up because, I'm a driver. I drive. So I would run into these people. God would allow me to run into so many people that would just get in the car and start talking. You know what, girl? You wouldn't believe this is happening. And I'm like, what? That's happening to me.
Yeah.
That's happening to me right now.
Because there was I forgot her name. I forgot the sister's name because she was always, and it seemed like they was on her too. I forgot her name, yo. Oh, she was tall.
Nikki.
Is that her name?
Nikki Joe.
Oh, is that her name? She was taller, like your complexion, like light skin. Young.
It has to be Nikki. Like recently, she was on the front line while I was out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Nikki.
Yeah. You could see it happening to her, like as I'm, what I'm saying, like in the background.
Yeah, they did her the same way.
Yeah.
You know what? I tried to warn the ladies that this was going to happen. See, and I understand. Because when it happened to me, before it happened to me, if somebody would have told me like, oh, I just got charged with armed robbery, I'd be like, you did something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You did something. But until it happened to me. And then I'm reaching out to community advocates like, hey, this is what's happening to me. And they're like, well, we got your back. We watching it, but we got to kind of stand back a little bit because they didn't know whether I did it or not. And at first I was angry, but then I had to think about it. If they'd never been just like before it happened to me, I would have thought you did something. So I had to put myself in their shoes.
Yeah.
And I got aggressive behavior. I have a history of aggressive behavior. So when
they don't like that. Yeah, they don't like that.
So when they blamed it on me, like, oh, Denise, she did X, Y, Z. She or I could talk about that because that's over. She robbed this man, armed robbery. She committed armed robbery, blah, blah, blah. It was a complete lie, like 100% lie from the top to the bottom.
Propaganda.
But he warned me. He was sending me messages like, they're trying to make me put charges on you. You better talk to me. it was like, you know, some fatal attraction shit in the midst. But he like, you better talk to me. These police is contacting me. He's trying to tell me.
Yeah.
These police are trying to contact me. And it was zone 5. It was the same zone.
Mm.
So, but they did that. They messed around with my landlord. And I guess they thought like, you know, we got her. You know, we got her.
Yeah.
We messed with her landlord. We messed with her job. We messed with her freedom. You know, but then they start attacking all the women in the community. They did it to they also did that to Amber Salone. They started attacking her too.
Yeah.
So they just start doing to me what they was doing to everybody else, you know. And that's when I really, once I got out of jail, that's what made me snap out and start rapping. I've been rapping, but at that point I felt like my innocence was taken, first of all, from even having to go into a prison and being shipped like that. That's another story. So I came back with a different mentality. It was like, okay, well, this is who I really am. Now you're going to meet who I really am. I tried your little corporate ways. And even in every system I went into, it was corrupt. When I was in nonprofit, it was corrupt. Yeah. There was instance where literally I have to get guys for a program to do something, and I'm literally watching directors just say, well, these guys don't want nothing, just so they can take the grant funding money and put it in their pocket. Yeah. And everything was just hush hush. It's like everybody knows what's going on, but nobody's supposed to talk about it. Yeah. Or it's like whistleblowing. This is business. Yeah, but it's the system. It's just like that's just an arm of the system. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the root of it that, you know what I'm saying? Like, once you know where it come from, you know what I mean? Like, you can understand it. You know what I'm saying? I can understand. And I think that I understand it, but what I don't understand is that our own people has learned how to capitalize and enslave our own people. They took it's like, once they learned what was happening to us, instead of them taking that and teaching our next generation not to do that and what to be aware of, they weaponized it and used it against our own people. See, that's where I can't respect it when we get to that line. Yeah. When if you want to do that, if you want to hold a tight business and hold a tight structure and create a system, which is all is fair in, you know, love, war, business. Yeah. I get it. But you're doing that to your own people. Do that to the people that have been doing that to us. Yeah. Or something. Yeah. Just don't do that to your own people. We already suffer from enough. We at the bottom of the barrel. So you're going to learn the system and now you think you better. It's that, yes, sir, massa, I got the gun. If you step over this line, yeah, I'm going to shoot you. Gun line boss. Yeah, gun line boss. So now you got your little badge. Now you got your little position. And you feel like you the overseers over the rest of the niggas. And I know something special that these niggas don't. Yeah. So I'm gonna use what they did to me, and I'm gonna use it against these niggas. And then now the system is just continuing. Yeah. The white man, or I don't even like to say color because it's good and evil. But at the end of the day, it's still the white man. You know what I'm saying? And the white man he don't have to do anything no more. We're doing it to. Yeah. He don't have to do anything. We're occupying each other enough. Yeah. Evil has no color. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. Evil has no color. And that's a good point that you said. It like what it boils down to is good and evil. That's you know what I'm saying? And that's because they wouldn't even have got close to me like that if it wasn't my own people. There could be a higher power, quote, that's trying to shut me up or put me in a box or whatever they want to do, whatever they so worried about. But they can't even get close to me until it's my people that I'm supposed to be doing it. You know, I'm supposed to be creating with. Yeah. People I'm supposed to be doing business with. Now they done infiltrate, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You get right in your people's ear, and now what? I was talking to
Tony Mac member Tony Pittsburgh in the last podcast. I was telling them that I think the time is now. We're going to have to separate from us. You know what I'm saying? There's going to have to be a division between us as a people. You know what I'm saying? To get to where we want to go, and it's fucked up to say that.
It's not really fucked to see why, and that's the catch. Why is it fucked up to say that when it's like every other group of people have their own?
Yeah.
The Mexican got their own government. They got their own stores. They got their own food. They got their own line. The Arabs, they got their own, the gas stations and the stores. They got their own system. Nobody says anything wrong when you say, I want Jamaican food today. Or I want Chinese food today. Why is it so offensive to say, I want black people food, I want soul food, or I want to go to a black-owned business? Why is that so offensive? You know, like they did a lot of brainwashing to where as soon as we say, oh, we want to be separate, it's like, oh, you're racist, you're being terrorist or blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Why is it that we just want our own? It doesn't mean that we're not going to do business with y'all. Let us establish what we need to establish within our community. Y'all can come in and back, but I already know why. Because we are the number one consumers.
Yeah.
So the moment we do that,
yeah,
nobody gets paid.
Yeah.
Everybody else goes hungry. Because as soon as we get that money, blah, 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 here we go.
Yeah.
We gotta show it.
Yeah,
if we don't look like it, you can't even ride a bike without somebody feeling like, even in your mind, I had to travel more and more. Now I can ride a bike in peace. I can get on the bike and go for a ride in peace. But it really took some time in my mind. I felt uncomfortable it felt weird getting on a bike the first time. Like, this is broke nigga shit. But in reality, there's rich white folks and other nationalities that ride their bikes to work every day. And they got millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars stashed away.
Yeah.
It's the mentality.
Yeah, you definitely got to change, yo. It definitely got to change. But I think, like I said, you're going to have to separate, yo.
That's very important.
You're going to have to separate, you know what I'm saying? Even from the system, and separate from us that's going to hold us back. You know what I'm saying? Like the motherfuckers in, what was that movie that just came out with, oh, man.
Us?
No, it was he just came out with my man from was it Us? And he was
it Us?
What was the name of that movie? Fred Hampton. The movie is due. What's my man's name that he's in Black Panther. And he also did the scary movie what's the name? What's my man's name? It just came out.
About Pelliano?
Huh?
You talking about Pelliano?
What is his name? No, they just made a movie, Fred Hampton, where my man. Oh man, what's the name of this movie? It just came out.
I don't know, but I know that movie Us speaks about us so perfectly.
I think that's the second one, right?
Yep, it's in subliminal. You gotta really read into it, but it's deep. Like,
I gotta watch. I didn't watch that one. I didn't get the chance to watch that one. What's the first one he made? Jordan Peele.
Get Out.
Get Out. The main character in Get Out. He just played a movie where the dude. It was where they murdered him in his bed.
I didn't get to see it, but I've seen the previews.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do, but I don't know what it's called.
We're gonna have to separate from, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna have to happen, yo.
The Bible says, "Be ye separate for so long." I just don't know how long what is it going to take? I don't want to see what it's going to take to make us separate. They're already killing us flatly right on TV. They're already letting people get away. So when other nationalities start getting involved, now they're like, oh, we got to quiet them down. So let's make it look like we're cleaning this up. Let's, let them into these. We can let them into our system because there's so much more that they got to redo. And before we get to redo anything, they're going to be trying to redo the Constitution. They're going to prove that America is so racist that they without a reasonable doubt they have to redo the Constitution, and that's how they're going to screw us around.
Like you said, I don't know what's going to take because I don't see what with the trial that just happened with the I don't even know what happened. I'm so out of tune with that shit. Like I know they're going to do that shit. What's the white dude that was crying on the stand that just got off?
Yeah.
Just recently.
So who did he shoot? 3 white dudes?
I don't even know. I don't even pay attention to no more because I know what it is.
He shot some Trump supporters?
No, I don't think it was Trump supporters. I think he went to
had on the Trump hats.
I don't know, but I know he just got off.
When they showed a picture of the lineup of all 3 of the victims, they had on the red "Make America Great Again" hats.
For real?
I think it has something to do with that. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't even pay attention to no more.
But why does that surprise you?
What? Why does it surprise me?
Did it surprise you?
No, I didn't. Because I put up a Facebook. Are y'all still shocked behind this? I put up a post like, are y'all shocked behind it? You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't surprised.
No. At all. When's the last time somebody got convicted?
Just that one time when they nailed the guy in the back. It's the only time somebody got convicted.
He went to jail. Yeah, that's probably the only time. He was for him
that we know of. We got to see on the camera, but we don't really know where that man is.
Yeah, for real. I don't even believe him when they say they put him in jail because he's I don't know, yo. Like I said, we gotta some gotta give.
I'm just saying there's so much things that I've seen them do with putting something on TV and making it look like one thing and it's a total another. I've watched them manipulate. There's stuff that they do with the brain. People, if you don't know how the brain works, you'll never know it's happening to you.
It's so it's so complex. Like they're the skillful, like it's almost genius, the skillful way that they do it without you seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
right there in plain sight.
It's strategic. There's somebody that knows will be like, yo, nobody sees this, but for the untrained eye, it'd be like if you notice that there's more biracial couple commercials now. Have you seen that?
I've been noticed that, or they'll have the white man with anytime you see a happy couple, the man is white and the woman's black, or the man's black and the woman's white. They never show happy couples of a black and a white, two black couples.
That's strategic.
Of course it is.
That's strategic plan.
Because now it doesn't even look normal. That's it's training your man to think, I want to be happy. The only way I can be happy is to go outside of my race. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with mixed couples, but if we get down to the gene pool, we don't know what happens when you mix those genes like that. We're not scientists. You don't know what we're mutating into when you mix those genes.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a whole fact.
It says every living thing should bear fruit after its own.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with that.
Yeah.
People try to make something wrong with. As soon as you say, they set it up so bad to where anytime you say anything about black this or black that, you automatically become racist or you're separating people.
Yeah.
It's just more separation. No. Yeah. We have been oppressed. There's nothing, we're benefiting from none of this. We have to get our own.
Yeah. And the crazy part about it is like people don't look beyond our history, beyond like people only go back to slavery when we first hit the shores. They don't know there's an entire history behind that. You know what I'm saying? There's an entire history that if you go and look, it's you know what I'm saying, you'll get inspiration from it. Because I just learned that.
Like that too, though.
What you say?
School. We got trained like that through school. As soon as you start school and you get to history class, as soon as you get to history, they talking about the Irish and what happened with them, and the German and what happened with them, and this people what happened with them. As soon as they get to you, yes, a master, Walker. I mean, that's how they introduce you.
Yeah.
So you're automatically from school is designed to make you feel like you're worth and less than.
Yeah, you're just to help. Yeah, you're just to help. Just to help, you know. And that's crazy. Cause like, if you really think about it, when you say TV, television, you said just off the tip of television. But if you break down the word
televised programming,
vision. If you really break down the word TV, television. I mean, like you don't even think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like they're telling you a vision, to believe. They're really, you know what I'm saying? So like, the manipulation is crazy, yo. The manipulation.
It's even real. Like you would think that these people that you see on TV, you watching, is getting so much more. You know, you would think the average person would think these people are getting more than you, and they don't even qualify for a credit card down there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and then a lot of rappers, not just rappers, I shouldn't just say that, but a lot of people in the industry, that stuff you see them walking around with, a lot of that is rented stuff. It's bought. Yeah. It's on consignment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's all.
Now break down consignment. A coin sign. They calling you to sign something. It's on consignment.
Yeah. Wording's everything too, yo. Wording is everything.
Yes, it is.
Wording is everything. You gotta know your wording to even move forward in this world, yo. They don't teach you, yo. But
good old Webster Dictionary.
That's what we don't like to read. I love it. Like anything that's going to get me smarter, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to read it, yo. But do you think that it's like, because I think about it like this. In perfect harmony, if we want perfect harmony, we have to operate like a beehive. You know what I'm saying? The queen bee, the drones, the workers, you know what I'm saying? The whatever, however the beehive is constructed, there's only one queen bee. She dictates everything out to the rest of the swarm. So do you think that it's only a certain select people that are chosen to lead? Everybody, do you believe that everybody is a leader? That some people are just sheep?
No, I believe that every position is important. Yeah. Everybody's not a leader, but everybody's position is equally important.
Yeah.
Because leaders or the queen, you know, the queen can't rule or set out orders without her team protecting her.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Without being protected.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. That's a fact.
So their job is more important than anything. The soldiers.
Yeah. But some people have to realize that they're just soldiers, though. Everybody's shooting for the queen.
And understand that it's okay to be a soldier.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know if you're fit for the job. You know what you hold. You know if running businesses is for you. Mm-hmm. You know that. There's people that don't have enough discipline to make their stuff work 8 hours a day anyway, just because you make your own schedule.
Yeah.
So if you're not disciplined to do that, then yeah, by all means, get a 9 to 5 or get somebody over you to do that. And it's okay. You have to know that it's okay to be a soldier.
Yeah.
And you have to know that that's an important job.
Yeah.
You should take honor in that.
Yeah. Because most people make it seem like the boss is the only position.
No.
You know, it's not. It's not the only position. And then, like you said, you can be comfortable in that position doing that. You know what I'm saying? So you're right about that. You know what I mean? But I think till we get to that point where everybody's like, okay, you're over there, you're over there, you're over there. You do this, and everybody is.
And you have to be willing to allow the change, because I could be the queen today, and there might be a young 25-year-old young girl coming up that may have already got her doctor's, you know what I'm saying, her doctor's degree. She might have had a better chance, you know, might have had more structure at home, mommy and daddy at home. I had both parents too. But I'm saying there's certain things that everybody didn't struggle like us.
Yeah.
That's another thing that you can't run into society thinking that everybody has to understand where you come from and your struggle, because your reality is not their reality.
Yeah.
And I say that to say that, what was the point? How did I even get to that point? I wanted to say something real important. Oh, if there's somebody that come up that's smarter, more smart and innovative, and nothing's wrong with saying, you know what, I think that this person should take this position because they're more, they have more energy. They put in more footwork. They're able to hold a team bigger than what I'm able to hold, and I can assist her or him.
Yeah.
You have to be okay with that. See, some people get so caught up in their position because at that season they were the number one, and then they see somebody coming up better than, they got potential to go higher, and they'll try to chop their head off right away. Then they start doing to them what was done to them.
Yeah. So it's a continued cycle.
Instead of saying, you know what, I don't want the next person that's coming up to get played or to get scammed or to go through what I had to go through. So I'm going to make sure I'm going to teach them the best I can, because some things you only can learn by experience.
Yeah.
But you don't try to chop their head off and try to stop them from coming through. You don't try to stop God's plan.
Yeah. You know, you're not going to stop it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to come one way or another. But I see what you're saying. It's going to come one way or another. If you think you're stopping him, you're going to send, like, you know what I'm saying, somebody's coming from over this way. You know what I'm saying? So it's never going to stop. You know what I mean? But you know that, you know what I'm saying, like, the history. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just leaving it at that, the history of it. Me and you know the history of it and why it is the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Most people not going to subscribe to it. But even then, they say at the end of the day, everybody's going to bow. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool and know where I'm at. You're going to bow one day. I just happen to know I'm bowing sooner than you know you're going to bow. You know what I'm saying?
You're so right. You're so right. I said that today. I said, God, I am so grateful that you did not let me blow up at a very young age where I was not seasoned for. If they would have got a hold of me when I was in my early 20s.
Yeah. God's timing, yo.
It would have been demon time.
God's timing, yo. You know what he's doing, yo. You just got, you know what I'm saying? You just got to be patient.
Yes, he does.
You got to be patient in that. You know what I'm saying? Real shit.
And I'm willing, if God want to use me to show people that you could get it the right way and still have life on earth as it is in heaven, I'm willing to take that.
Yeah. But I think it's coming to that. I think it's coming to that. You know what I'm saying? The one that's supposed to be in position is going to be in position. You know what I'm saying? Just like you. Your testimony with what you're, you know what I'm saying, what you're going through. This platform, you know what I'm saying? Just like having people on here to share their, you know what I'm saying, experiences so people, like the kids can see, oh, I can be something. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about the ghetto shit, the ratchet shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be important. You know what I'm saying? This is basically what this platform's for, yo. Because there's nowhere for them to see that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nowhere like it's sprinkled in everywhere, but there's nowhere where like you can just come straight to and get that 24/7. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's not celebrated in the community. They either try to hate on them or kill them. So it makes the younger children want to push away from being that light. You know, that they really do have in them.
Mm-hmm.
It makes them want to fit in and, you know, water themselves down so that they can fit in because it's not celebrated in the community like it used to be.
Yeah.
You used to measure a man by their accomplishments and better accomplishments.
Mm-hmm.
How fast he ran, how high he jumped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How smart he is. How many math questions. That's how we used to measure. Now they're measuring people by what kind of belt you got on and what kind of. There's no substance to it.
Yeah. Let me ask you this.
They took away good competition.
Yeah.
Friendly competition.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Now Young Dolph just got passed away. RP Young Dolph. Nipsey, RP Nipsey. In my head, I don't think the beings that they were, I don't think they should have been in that environment, you know. Like the cookies that he was supposed to go get for whoever he was getting them cookies for. Because they showed a video of him going there a week before getting them cookies. Somebody should have went and got them cookies for him. No, I got you.
But you know what? So when you get to a certain position, you're funny with who you let hand you your drink or hand you your food.
Yeah.
See, I don't let nobody. You can't hand me this.
Mm-hmm.
Here, you want some of this?
Yeah.
You can't do that to me.
Mm-hmm.
You can't bring me a plate of food that I didn't see you prepare.
I can
Here, girl, I made you a plate. You can't do that to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand.
So, even people that I really know for sure, like this person did not just. This is my people. I still be like, oh God, you know, really pray over my food.
Mm-hmm.
When it's.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's hard to let somebody play around with your food.
I feel what you're saying though,
but you're right. I mean, it's a double-edged sword because
right. Yeah.
When you're a star, they put those pressures on you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why sometimes I always make a joke and say, when I blow up real big, they're gonna always have pictures of me at the gas station with my companies on,
mm-hmm.
and my hair looking wild like Niecy. She's losing her mind. Look at her. Because I'm at the gas station. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel like putting a whole face on.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe my hair appointments this afternoon.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't be regular. You can't have a regular lifestyle. He owned a monopoly. He bought like 100+ houses.
Dolph? Talk about Dolph? Yeah, facts. Yeah, he did. He
owned a monopoly in that city. So he didn't think that it was going to be a problem with him to go get some cookies. The main niggas that he supposed to be beefing with had a business right there along the strip.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't that bad to where they wanted to kill each other.
Yeah.
Unless somebody had some real raw hate. But what I do know is I know that he was trying to go independent.
Who, Dolph?
Yeah.
From what I've read and what I've researched up on, he was signed to Empire.
Exactly. That's what everybody don't know.
He was signed to Empire, and he had a distribution deal. So he owned all his masters, and he had I think it was 80-20. So he had he was independent, and I hate. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say it because I don't know if it's true or not. They said he went to go. It don't even matter. But
I seen it.
You see, you know what I'm talking about? But I want to go into the speculation things. You know what I'm saying? Of what, you know what I mean? What they think he
I
did.
know, but I seen the video.
You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know they go back as far as Aaliyah. I didn't know. Was Aaliyah signed to Empire?
Yeah.
I didn't know that they went back that far.
And even it goes back that far. It goes back with Whitney Houston. Those random things don't just happen to artists.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at the pattern. Everybody that want to be independent and do their own thing, here they come.
Yeah. You got to be careful with that shit too.
No, see, that's what I'm tired of. We don't have to be careful. I mean, be careful.
Yeah.
But be you. Because if we keep on shying away and letting them control that with fear, they're going to keep doing it.
Yeah, I feel you.
They're going to keep doing it until they run up against somebody that's not scared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that really have God, really got God. See, some of these people try to go up against them after they already done signed their life away, signed their soul away.
Yeah.
Your soul is gone. You're not covered. You're not covered by the blood of Jesus after that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not covered by the spirit. I feel comfortable enough to be me and fight back because I know that I'm protected by God.
Yeah.
I have the spiritual covers. I didn't sell. There's many times where I could have slept with somebody to get to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of times. In business and in music.
Mm-hmm.
And I always said, I don't want to make it. That's not the way I want to. That's not the way I want to get there.
Yeah. That's a fact.
And from me holding on to that, like I said, whatever the Bible says, whatever you bound on earth will be bound in heaven. Mm-hmm. And whatever you loose on earth will be loose on in heaven. So once you go and sign that contract, I'm not saying that you can never ever get out and God will never ever forgive you again. But I mean, how far over do you got to go to get to that point?
Yeah.
Because I got real close.
That's a fact.
And that alone was dancing with the devil.
Yeah. Because most people don't. Devil's clever, very, very clever, to where he was an angel of God. So you think he don't know how to manipulate? People don't know that. People don't understand. Like people still don't think he exists. That's how good he is. But you don't even think.
The weird thing about it is it's not even that tricky. It's real simple.
To us,
if you know how to go to war, if you know the art of war, it's simple. Mm-hmm. It's real simple. Put yourself in a predicament. Think of if you wanted to wipe out a whole race of people, what extent would you go to if you had that power?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a
and
fact.
That gets even deep. I mean, that could get so deep it'll give me a headache all the way from us signing the birth certificate. And that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. We can come back on and we can talk about that. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole other story.
Yeah.
But like you said, at the end of the day, we do need to become separate. And that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
Because at one time we was separate. What most people don't know, like when they say the Dark Ages, there's a reason they was called the Dark Ages. Because we was ruling. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know civilization is going down the drain because we are uncivilized.
Yeah. We can do it, though. We can do it. We can definitely do it. I believe we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Well, we're here over an hour. I don't want to keep you too much longer. I appreciate you coming on, giving your expertise and everything you do. Could you, before we leave out here, could you give all the people how to reach you again?
Well, I'm sorry. Let me plug this real quick before we go. What you say?
Before we get out of here, I want you to give you information so people know how to get where you can find your music at, where they can get to you on musical info. You know what I'm saying?
You can find all my music on all streaming platforms. Is that what you asked, right?
Yeah, like, yeah. Give them your name so they can find you.
I'm on all streaming platforms. NeCyX. You can just type it in Google. NeCyX. No space. All of my stuff will pop up. If you want to contact me about anything pertaining to the music and legitimacy of the business, just contact me through email.
Okay.
Because then that way, email never gets erased, and you'll always be able to go back and pull up the documents. Pull up whatever I'm sending you, and vice versa.
Well, I thank you for coming on. We're gonna be. I'm looking forward to this movie, this new web series. That's my flight to heaven right there. But we're gonna get out of here. I thank you for coming on. For all your information.
I was chopping up. My phone was down. That's why I started fidgeting, but I had to plug it up. It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me on here, and that was a wonderful conversation. I appreciate you keeping it simple.
Yeah, that's the only way. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way to do it. No over the head. You know what I'm saying? Keep it simple. Keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? But I thank you for coming on. Everybody gonna listen to her music. She's a powerful person out here. She got a rich history. Yeah. She got a rich history. But see you later, sis. We gonna chop it up though. I gotta get with you anyway.
I'll see you soon.
All right.
All right.
And there we have it. That's another episode in the books. I thank y'all for tuning in. Those who did tune in, there's a lot of useful information for artists that's up and coming that you can use so you can reap the benefits of your music, doing the right thing with your music. You know what I'm saying? To where you can provide for your family with this. So for those of us into the music, tune into this one. You know what I'm saying? This is a good one. This is a goodie. And she got a background that she can back up with it. So I thank y'all for coming on and tuning in. As you can see, moyeslifestyles.com. If y'all can tune in there, check us out. Sign up for Moyestagram, where they social media geared toward changing the vision of how we see ourselves. So sign up for Moyestagram on moyeslifestyles.com. Let's get it popping. I thank y'all for tuning in. And tomorrow we got another good guest, True Vision. His brother, he's been putting in his work too. So I'm definitely looking forward to this conversation with him tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. I got something in the works. That is going to be. I'm going to enjoy doing this. You know what I'm saying? So it's something new, something different from this. But it would be announced tonight, I believe. It's going to be announced tonight, and you'll see the promotion for the rest of the week. But I thank you for tuning in. This is Problems and Solutions Podcast. We out of here. God bless.